Gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. In Bethlehem in Israel the blessed babe was born, and laid within a manger upon that blessed morn, to which his mother Mary did nothing take in scorn. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
What sort of spirit are you?
What sort of spirit am I? Do you not know me?
No, you are unfamiliar to me.
Well then, come closer, and know me better, man.
Oh, spirit, I'm exhausted from my previous encounter and cannot go on. I do not wish to seem ungrateful, but I am tired and in need of sleep.
Here, drink from my cup and you shall be restored in more than this and given the strength to continue. We have much to see and very little time. Drink up, man, drink up. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You mean to tell me that you've never shared in the abundance of the season? Never given a gift, received a gift, enjoyed a Christmas feast, a plum pudding, a rum punch? There was a Christmas or two many years ago when you were a much younger man and had hopes and plans for a life with Belle when you knew my brothers.
It may be true, but that was long ago.
Well then, you know the joy of giving and the fun of receiving. It is not dead in you. You can awaken these feelings of generosity and kindness. The choice is yours, my friend. Live as you have, or change.
But I am too old to change.
Nonsense! The joy of the season knows no class boundaries. It knows no age. It is shared by all, regardless of race, gender, or wealth. Touch my robe, Ebenezer Scrooge, and you shall see how even the poor have much to celebrate on Christmas Day.
What place is this?
This is the home of your clerk, Bob Cratchit. Have you never been to visit?
No.
It is a modest dwelling, but a happy one.
Goodness me, settle down before you crash into something or make me drop a plate and break it.
Where's Daddy, Mummy?
I don't know.
Why isn't he home yet?
Well, you know your father and Tiny Tim are probably up to some mischief knowing those two. They should have been home long before this, and your sister Martha wasn't nearly this late last Christmas.
Look, here's Martha now, Mother.
Hurrah, here's Martha.
There's such a goose, Martha.
Is there?
Yes.
Bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
I'm sorry, Mother. We had a lot of work last night and an awful lot to clear away this morning. I came as quickly as I could.
Well, never mind that. You're here now. Go sit by the fire and warm yourself, my dear.
No, no, no. Hide, Martha, hide.
Hide?
Yes, hide.
Hello, Father.
Happy Christmas.
Why, yes, happy Christmas indeed. How are you, my dear?
Very glad you and Tim are finally home.
It smells delicious, doesn't it, Tim?
Yes, Father.
Where's our Martha?
Oh, not coming, I'm afraid.
What? Not coming? Not coming on Christmas Day, but why?
Haven't you heard, Father?
Heard what? Has something happened?
Well, as a matter of fact, something has.
Well, what is it? What happened?
Well, Martha has been,
Yes?
summoned to Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen.
Oh, has she indeed?
Oh, yes, and it's quite true. They even sent a carriage to come pick her up.
Lucky Martha.
Poor Martha. Stuck having Christmas dinner with the Queen. That will never do.
What are you going to do, Father?
The only thing I can do.
What?
I'll just have to invite the Queen over for supper, so she can be here with her family.
Oh, Bob, don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. I'm sure we have enough room at the table for one more. Now everyone practice your bows and curtsies. We want to show Her Majesty that although we do not know proper etiquette, we do know proper etiquette, but although we do not live in a palace, we do know proper etiquette.
Very nice, Abby. What a little lady you are. Very dashing, Tim, isn't he, Bob?
Why, yes. You know what he told me on the way home from church today?
What was that?
That he hoped people saw him there because he was a cripple, and that on Christmas Day it would be good for people to be reminded who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Oh, Father, you are a silly one.
Martha here? Good heavens!
I was here all along, and you knew it.
Heavens, no. I'm quite astonished to find you here, but very pleased.
Merry Christmas, Father.
Merry Christmas.
And how was church?
Fantastic. Well, let's eat, shall we? Why, there's never been such a goose as this.
Seems like a very small goose for a family this size.
And what of it? There are many in this world with far less than that. God rewards those who work hard and punishes those who do not.
And so God means to punish this child and this family. Can't believe that. Can't believe that's true. What's to become of Tiny Tim?
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Die? No, no, no. The ghost of Christmas past had no power to change things. But surely you have that power. You are here, in the present. Surely you or some other emissary from your realm can provide for the boy.
The power to change the world lies not in my realm, but in the realm of the living.
You can't let him die, spirit, if it can be helped.
Why not let him die and decrease the surplus population? What business is it of yours?
You use my own words against me.
And why not? Who are you to decide what men shall live and what men shall die? In the sight of heaven, you may be seen as less fit to live than millions of others just like this poor man's child.
This is delicious. What a feast, and your pudding, by far the best you've ever made.
The best ever.
It was so good.
A very fine pudding, Mother.
The whole family here gathered for Christmas. I could not be happier. So, Merry Christmas to all. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Why, yes, Tim. God bless us, everyone. And with that in mind, and in the spirit of the season, I say, we toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our feast.
Mr. Scrooge?
Why, yes, my dear.
The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here so I could give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
Only on Christmas Day would one ever drink to the health of such a cruel, stingy, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear, a Christmas, a kind, forgiving, charitable time.
Oh, very well. I'll toast to his health for your sake in the days, but not for his. To Mr. Scrooge, may he have a long life, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May he be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
God bless Mr. Scrooge.
Why, yes, God bless Mr. Scrooge. Well, let's say we have a song then, eh?
What a great idea.
What shall we sing?
Silent Night.
All right, Silent Night it is.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin, mother and child.
Come, Ebenezer, let us see how your nephew celebrates the season.
Is it living or dead?
Ah, yes and no questions only, my dear, remember?
Sorry. Is it living?
Yes.
Is it an animal?
Oh, yes.
Is it a cow?
No.
Does it live in the country?
No.
In the city, then?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Oh, yes.
Is it a dog?
No.
A cat?
No.
A rat?
No.
Is it a horse?
No.
A jackass?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Oh, I know what it is, Fred. I know it.
What is it?
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes. And when I saw him yesterday, he said that Christmas was a humbug. Can you believe it?
A humbug? What a thing to say!
And he believes it too. Poor fellow.
More shame for him, Fred.
Well, I couldn't be angry with him. Even if I tried, I feel bad for him. Who suffers these harsh and uncaring remarks? Himself, always. And so he takes it into his head to dislike us and miss a very fine dinner and a chance to celebrate the season.
A very fine dinner, I'm sure it will be.
Thank you.
And yet there was a time when he wasn't such a stingy old man.
What are you talking about, Fred?
I was digging through a trunk of my mother's and came across some letters he wrote to her when he was a young lad in school, and during his courtship to somebody named Belle.
You had no right to read this, Fred.
Courtship?
Scrooge was a guy!
I don't believe it!
Believe it.
Quite right. Why wouldn't you believe it?
What happened?
I made a mistake.
I don't know. The engagement was broken off or something, I take it.
I guess he lost interest. You know, interest, Scrooge is a moneylender.
Oh, I get it now.
Well, that was the Uncle Scrooge that my mother used to love, and he's certainly not the man he used to be.
How sad.
Isn't it? And so, I plan to give him the same chance for Christmas dinner every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may rail on Christmas till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. And if he finds me, of all people, going there, in good cheer, saying, "Hello, Uncle, how are you? Merry Christmas. Come have dinner with us." And if the only outcome is that he takes into conscience to leave his poor clerk, Bob Cratchit, £50, then that's something.
Oh, hear, Fred.
And
Well
so,
said.
And so, in considering the merriment he has given us, I say we should drink to his health. A Merry Christmas to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't have it from me, but he'll have it nonetheless. Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
You treat your nephew with such contempt, and yet he drinks to your health. He wishes you well. He invites you to dinner,
My nephew is a dreamer, and there's no head for business.
and yet he is much happier than you.
He's young, and when you are young, you don't always understand how cruel the world can be.
Just because the world can be cruel, Ebenezer, is no reason for you to be. Come, we must hurry.
Mr. Scrooge recommended your services, Mrs. Dilber.
Yes, ma'am.
He said you were very dependable and affordable.
How affordable did he say?
I shall pay you the same hourly wages he does. I see no reason to pay more.
Well, Miss Bentley, it is an extra half hour coming and going to your place than it is to Mr. Scrooge's.
That is not my concern. I have no intent of paying you for travel time. If you want the job, you can have it. Otherwise, I'll find someone else.
No, don't do that, Miss Bentley. Please, I could use the extra money I could. Thank you.
Excellent. You can start beginning the new year. Monday and Friday afternoons, if you please.
Yes, Miss Bentley. Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon. The question is, who stands to profit more, Mrs. Murdoch?
It would appear from all accounts that this would be a good and even match, Mrs. Bentley. Together you and Mr. Scrooge stand to have 10 times the leverage you have now.
It would certainly open up many business opportunities abroad.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. There's much money to be made in India. And, of course, there's the fur trade in the New World that interests me. There's a hunger for fur, Mrs. Murdoch. And the man who invests, wisely mind you, would be greatly rewarded, I suppose.
I imagine so, ma'am.
Yes, I like this idea. Mr. Scrooge is a good man of business. Sharp as a tack, level-headed, and good on his word.
Very well, ma'am. Shall we call it a day?
Oh, you go ahead, but I plan to stay a bit longer.
Oh, are you not going to a Christmas dinner yourself, Mrs. Bentley?
No.
Oh, well, you'd be welcome to join my husband and myself. It's just the two of us, but I hate to think of anyone dining alone at Christmas.
Thank you, Mrs. Murdoch, but I prefer to dine alone at Christmas. It is not a time of the year I particularly enjoy. People become unfocused and sentimental. It is a poor time for doing business, and I am glad when it is over.
Oh, I see. Very well, then. Good day.
Good day.
Does this Christmas seem familiar to you?
It does.
It is a sad way to spend the season compared to the love and compassion we have seen from others.
Yes, Spirit.
Each man travels a road in life that leads him in certain directions. You yourself are on this path, but it need not be so.
No?
No.
Spirit, I do not want to mention anything before, but I have noticed you are aged.
I am. My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight.
Oh, no. Don't leave me, Spirit. I I don't want to be left alone. Is there nothing else you can show me?
There is one more thing you must see.
Oh, my good Lord. Are these your children?
They are man's.
Man's?
This boy is ignorant, this girl is greed, beware them both. But most of all, beware this boy, for if he is allowed to grow and flourish, he will bring you and your kind nothing but doom.
How?
Those who know him well live in fear and act on fear with violence and hate. If you encounter him, silence him and all that would use him. Speak against him with love and compassion and knowledge, for this is the path towards understanding and peace.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Am I in the present, the ghost of Christmas future yet to come? And you are here to show me the shadows of things that have not happened yet, but will happen in the future? Oh, Spirit, I fear you more than any spectre I've seen tonight, and I do not wish to continue, but I know your purpose is to do me good. And I know you have lessons to teach, and so I'm prepared to bear you company. Yes. Yes. Lead on, Spirit. Lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me. I understand. Just lead on, and I will follow.
I had heard Miss Bentley and Mr. Scrooge were joining forces.
Yes, I had heard the very same thing.
2 peas in a pod, those two, eh?
Yes, but that's changed now that he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe. It was quite unexpected.
Whatever was the matter with him?
God knows.
Whatever has he done with his money?
I haven't heard.
Left it to his company, I suppose.
He hasn't left any of it to me, that's all I know.
It's to be a rather cheap funeral, I would presume.
I don't know anyone who would go, do you?
Oh, I'll go, but only if lunch is provided.
He didn't buy anyone lunch when he was alive. Why would he go to the expense of buying us lunch now that he's dead?
Well, if there's no lunch, I can't think of any reason to go. Can you?
No.
Nor I.
Spirit, there's people, I know them. How far into the future is this? Is it Miss Bentley who has died? Am I to learn from her life and her nature, so I do not repeat the same mistake? Why don't you speak to me? Yes, I understand. Lead on. I will follow.
Ah, Mr. Newberry. Evening, sir. What brings you out on a cold night like this?
Business.
Music to me, yes, sir. Music to me, yes. We always open for business, eh? No matter what the season, no matter what the reason, there's always money to be made. Just like your profession, sir. I'm a 365-day enterprise. That don't take no holidays, so why should we, eh? Now, what have you got for me?
I've only a few items, but they are of good quality.
All right, then. Bring him over.
Oh, Mr. Newberry.
Mrs. Dilber.
That's Mrs. Dilber. What's she doing here?
I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
Mrs. Dilber.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Fancy us meeting here.
If I had known you was coming, we could have split a cab ride, I suppose, here. Eh?
Although I do not make this common practice, Mrs. Dilber, but with certain clients one needs to cover expenses. I prefer that we keep this a secret between us.
Of course, Mr. Newberry. I understand completely. I don't begrudge you one bit for what you do. Every person has a right to take care of themselves, they have.
Very true.
He did.
No man more so.
And who's the worse for a loss of a few items like these? Not a dead man's, I suppose?
All right. You two can prattle away on your own time. Time's money. Now, who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
Oh no, Mr. Newberry. You are here first and you should go first.
Very well.
Let's see. High quality, eh? That's what you said?
Yes, that's a very fine jewelry box.
There are lots of these around. Aren't worth as much as they used to be.
And that compass is pure gold.
Plated, I think. And if you think differently, you can take right back. Oh, well, that's not worth very much. Bob a 2 on this. That's all you got?
That's it.
All right, I'll give you 12 bob for the lot. Not a sixpence more, even if I was to be boiled in oil for not doing so. That's a fair price, Mr. Newberry.
Is it indeed?
That it is.
Here you go, Ruth.
What's this then? Bed curtains?
Aye, bed curtains, and very fine, very nice ones too.
These are very nice. Very good quality. So, how'd you come by these then? Did you take them down, rings and all, with him just lying there?
Yes, I did, and why not? Why should I take his bed curtains? I'm only looking out for myself. He never gave a care about me. Why should I give a care about him? Why should I take his bed curtains? He owed me.
All right, dearie, all right. No need to defend yourself in front of me. What's this then? His blankets?
Of course there's blankets. He isn't likely to catch a cold without them.
He didn't die of anything worth catching, did he?
If he had, I certainly wouldn't have got near him.
This is very good quality. Very nice.
It's the best shirt he had, and a fine one too. And look through it to your eyes ache, you won't find a hole nor a threadbare place. They'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you mean by wasted it?
They was gonna bury him in it, but I took it off him. If calico ain't good enough for being buried in, it ain't good enough for anything.
Much easier to get things off the corpse before it's buried, if you know what I mean, Mrs. Dilber.
Right you are, Ruth. You hadn't frightened everyone away from him when he was alive. You'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there all alone, grasping out his last breath.
Truer words have never been spoken. It was judgment upon him.
All right, dearie. Here you go. This is more than fair. I always give too much to the ladies. It's bound to be my downfall.
Thank you, Ruth.
Spirit, I see the lesson you're trying to teach. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now. But if I am to change, then this terrible ending need not be. I will not die alone and unloved. Thank you, Spirit. I'm most grateful to you. I understand the lesson, and now I wish to return home. This is not my home. Oh, Miss Flevin, what place is this? Where have you brought me now? Oh, it's the funeral for the man that none would attend. Do I know this man? Spirit, this is a terrible place, and I do not wish to stay. Let us leave now, and in leaving it, I shall not leave its destiny unmanned. Trust me, let us go. Spirit, I understand what you want, and I would look if I could, but I do not have the strength to face what's in that coffin. Spirit, tell me, is there any man, woman, or child to offer a kind word, to feel some emotion at his passing? Spirit, please, is there anyone in this town, anyone who feels anything at all because of this man's death? If there is, show that person to me, Spirit. I beg of you. Please.
You've gone so long that I was worried.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, dear, and I have some very good news.
I don't know these people.
Tell me.
Who are they? Are they any relation to the man that died?
What has happened?
What has happened is We are not to be ruined. He is dead.
Dead?
Yes.
This is as you say, although I regret to repeat it. Good news
Very good news.
for us. God forgive me.
Remember that cleaning woman I told you about last night, where I tried to get a week's delay? She was telling the truth. He was ill, but not only ill, but dying.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I don't know, but this shall give us some time. And when our debt is transferred, we shall be ready with the money.
And even if we're not, it's very unlikely we'll be dealing with such a merciless and cruel creditor and successor as he was.
We shall sleep well with light hearts tonight, dear. His shadow is gone, and he will haunt us no longer.
You show me this. This is not what I asked to see. Can you not show me some tenderness connected with death? Some grief for soul that walks this earth? Why don't you answer me? Oh, no, Spirit. No. Please, Spirit. No, not Tiny Tim.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in the green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Very nice, Peter. What a lovely voice you have. Very nice, Martha. You two should read to your father when he gets home.
Yes, Mother.
It is well past his time.
He seems to walk so much slower these past few evenings, Mother.
Yes, but I have known him to walk very fast with Tiny Tim upon his shoulders. Very fast indeed.
And so have I often.
Me too. And Tiny Tim was very light, and your father loved him so that it was no trouble. No trouble at all. Ah, at last. There's your father at the door.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dears.
We've been waiting for you.
Oh, you shouldn't wait for me, my dear.
No, we'll take our tea together. What took you so long, Robert?
I was making some final arrangements, my dear. You should have come. It would have done you good to see how green of a place it is. How peaceful. But we shall see it often, won't we? Every Sunday we shall go.
Every Sunday, Father.
Yes. Every Sunday, my little child.
Don't be sad, Father.
We love you.
Of that I am certain, my dears. Do you know I ran into Mr. Scrooge's nephew, Fred, on the way home from church today? And when he saw I was not myself, he asked what was wrong. I'm sorry for your loss, Mr. Cratchit, and sorry for your good wife. If I can be of any service, pray come see me.
He seems like a kind soul.
He is. If you spoke to him, he's as kind-hearted and loving as his Uncle Scrooge is bitter and cold. If only he got Peter a better situation.
Do you hear that, Peter?
And then Peter will be keeping company with someone and setting up for himself.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. You're a handsome fellow and a good lad, Peter.
And one day you'll find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes, and there's plenty of time for that. But we shall not quarrel among ourselves and forget our little Tim in doing so.
Never, Father.
I am so very, very happy.
I shouldn't be here. I should let this poor family grieve in peace. Oh, Spirit, I sense our parting is at hand. And hello. I don't know why. Can you not tell me? Who's that man we saw lying dead? Spirit, before I step nearer to the stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only. Yes, men's actions foreshadow certain ends, choices preserved they must lead. But if the courses we departed from, the ends must change. Is this not true? Answer me! Who lies buried here? What fate awaits me? Oh, no, spirit. This is as I feared. No, please. I'm a changed man. A changed man. Why show me this? If I'm past all hope, show me that I might change the shadows you have shown me by an altered life. No, please, but forgive me, Spirit. Forgive me. And I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will not tread out the lessons of this night. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. All three spirits shall strive within me. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. Please, Spirit. Not like this. I don't want to go out like this. I'm a changed man. Please, forgive me, Father. Forgive me, Spirit. Forgive me, Jacob. Forgive me for my sins. I don't want to go out like this. I'm a changed man. A changed man? Oh, my word. What am I? I'm in my bed, and I'm alive. Oh, my word. I'm in my bed, and I'm alive. Oh, here it is, Christmas morning, and I'm alive. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, Jacob Marley, and the spirit of Christmas be praised. I say it on my knees, Jacob, on my knees. I'm alive.
Mr. Scrooge?
Mrs. Dilber?
Are you quite all right?
Yes, Mrs. Dilber. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken man. Oh, how wonderful it is to see you, Mrs. Dilber. And look, you have not torn down my bed curtain rings and all. They're here, and I am here, and you are here. And the shadows of things that would have been, will not be. I'll make certain of that.
Will you, sir?
Yes, I say. Here's the manner by which the ghost of Jacob Marley entered.
The ghost of Jacob Marley.
And these were the ghosts of Christmas past. Long past. No, my past appeared.
Did it, sir?
And here's the window where I saw the wandering spirits.
Mr. Scrooge, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Christmas, Mrs. Dilber. The joy of the season. I'm sorry if I frightened you.
Mr. Scrooge, are you quite all right? Pardon me for saying so, but perhaps you should have your head examined.
You're quite right. Maybe I should. It's a good idea. I wondered what they'd find in it.
I'll fetch the doctor, shall I?
No. No need, I'm quite sane. Now, run along home to your family. What are you doing here with me on Christmas morning? What mean old money pinch would make you work on Christmas Day?
Why, you would, sir.
I would. That's true. I would. But I won't any longer. Here's a £1 note for you to take and spend on your family this Christmas.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's a lot of money, that is.
Oh,
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Dilber.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. Are you sure you're quite all right?
Oh, yes. Never better.
Thank you. God bless.
A Merry Christmas to everybody. A Happy New Year to all the world. Hello? You there? Girl, boy. Hello?
Hello.
Do you two happen to know the butcher at the next street but one? At the corner?
We do.
An intelligence girl. Do you know whether or not they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging there? Not the little one, but the big one.
The one as big as me?
Yes, it's a delightful child.
It's still hanging there.
Is it? Good. Go and buy it.
Go buy it?
Are you off your nut?
No, I'm not off my nut. I'm in earnest, I assure you. Now go and buy it and tell him to take it here, to Mr. Scrooge, so that I can tell him where to take it. Come back with the man and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with him in less than 5 minutes and I'll give you £1/crown.
Yes, sir.
Right away.
Look at them go. I'll send it to Bob Cratchit, and he won't even know who sent it. Why, it's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, I don't deserve to be so happy. But I am, I can't help it. What to do? All day to spend celebrating the season. A good morning to you. A Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas to you. My dear sir.
Mr. Scrooge?
Merry Christmas. I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you.
You are Mr. Scrooge, aren't you?
Yes? Although I fear that name may be unpleasant to you. Allow me to ask your pardon. I would like to make a donation to your fund, if you please.
My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
Yes, and not a farthing less.
I don't know what to think of such generosity.
Don't say a thing, and do include my partner Jacob Marley's name on the donation, if you please. This was all his doing, you see.
All that matters to me, Mr. Scrooge, that you have helped us far exceed our goal by much more than I could have ever thought. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
It is I who must thank you. And, I have some ideas about creating a merchants association to raise funds for the poor throughout the year.
That'd be a very wonderful gesture.
Yes, you must come and see me and we can discuss it further.
Yes, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I thank you. I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. Bless you. Very nice. Very beautiful. Merry Christmas. Belle?
Ebenezer!
Yes, it is I. Oh, Belle, how wonderful it is to see you.
Ebenezer!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was most inappropriate of me. I'm so overwhelmed to see you again. This day is just filled with blessings. How are you, my dear?
Well...
And Dick? Dick Wilkins, my good friend. How long it has been since I called you that.
Yes.
And how is your family?
Well...
Yes, very well.
I'm so glad to hear it. It has been too long, and I am to blame. But we must not be strangers, eh? Here we are, living in the same city, yet we don't spend any time together. Well, that will never do. I think you and Dick must come and see me. And you can tell me all about your dear family. How does that sound? I do wish us to remain friends, if you will allow it.
Of course, we will.
Of course, Ebenezer. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes. Happy New Year. It's so good to see you.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge. I was just on my way to your office.
Now, you may go to my office, but you won't find me there.
Of course not, Mr. Scrooge. You are here.
You're quite right, I am.
Perhaps we could walk back together.
What? And work on Christmas Day.
What is Christmas Day to you, sir?
It's not the day, my friend. It's the spirit that I celebrate today and every day. You should try it.
I don't think I'll be doing any such thing.
No?
No.
Oh, what a shame. Well, Miss Bentley, I happen to belong to a group of businessmen that are raising funds to buy the poor some meat, drink, and means of warmth at this festive time of year. And I would be most pleased if you'd make a donation.
Mr. Scrooge, I do not make myself merry at Christmas.
And I certainly cannot afford to make idle people merry. Yes, I've heard it all. I've said it all. And it's all a bunch of codswallop.
Mr. Scrooge, I think I'll have to reconsider doing business with you.
It is entirely up to you, Miss Bentley. But in the meantime, why don't you donate the £100 you made yesterday?
Mr. Scrooge, have you lost your mind?
You are not the first of accusing me of losing my mind today, and you probably won't be the last. But even so, that is no excuse not to donate. You can afford it.
Mr. Scrooge, if I was to give my money to any man who asked for it, I would soon find myself in the poorhouse. Good day, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Bah!
And Happy New Year.
Humbug!
Humbug indeed. I shall take some work, that one.
Would you believe it if I told you that Scrooge went to church that day? He did, patted children on the head as they passed, questioned beggars, looked down into the kitchens of houses and up to the windows, found that everything could yield him pleasure. He had never dreamed that any walk, that anything at all, could give him so much happiness. In the afternoon, he turned his steps toward his nephew's house.
Is it living or dead?
Ah, yes, no questions. Only my dear, remember?
Sorry. Is it living?
Yes.
Is it an animal?
Oh, yes.
Is it a cow?
No.
Does it live in the country?
No.
In the city, then?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Oh, yes.
Is it a dog?
No.
A cat?
No.
A rat?
No.
Is it a horse?
No.
A jackass?
Yes and no.
Oh, I know what it is, Fred. I know it.
What is it?
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
Why, bless my soul, it is. Uncle?
Still come to dinner if you will have me.
Oh, Uncle, how wonderful it is to see you. Pray, what has changed your mind?
The ghost of Jacob Marley changed my mind. The spirits of Christmas, past, present, and future changed my mind. Your words changed my mind, Fred. You're right. Christmas is a kind, forgiving, charitable time. Time where men and women open their hearts and think of their fellow man. Time for mercy, charity, and benevolence. And so, in memory of your dear mother, I will honor Christmas and keep it all the year. And I say along with you, God bless it.
Oh, Uncle, I could not be happier.
Welcome, Uncle.
Bless you. Bless you all.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Mr. Cratchit,
Yes, Mr. Scrooge?
what do you mean by coming here at this time of day?
I'm sorry, sir. I was making rather merry yesterday.
Were you?
Yes?
Eating lots of turkey, no doubt.
Yes?
Plum pudding?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, sounds like quite the feast. Even so, that is no excuse for being late. And I cannot accept this sort of thing any longer, Mr. Cratchit. And so, I have no choice but to triple your salary.
Did you say triple my salary?
Yes?
My salary?
Your salary.
Are you quite yourself, Mr. Scrooge?
I've never been more myself. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, my good fellow, than I've given you for many a year. I'll triple your salary and assist your struggling family, and we can discuss your very affairs this afternoon over a cup of warm Christmas cider at the King's Head pub. How does that sound?
Very good, Mr. Scrooge. Thank you, sir.
Go buy more coal before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit. Let's start the fires and warm this place up.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. Woohoo!
Oh, Christmas time be praised. May it find some peace, Jacob. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Scrooge was better than his word. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. He became as good a man, as good a friend, as the good old city knew. And ever afterward, it was always said of Ebenezer Scrooge that he knew how to keep Christmas, and keep it well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.